Good morning, children. Today we are here starting with the chapter that is chapter 14, respiration in plants. Okay. However, introduction of this chapter we have already completed in the previous video also. But again, I am starting here through your book on this page and on this page and on this page. What all is written in this paragraph and also here up to here, this all I am explaining on this board. Okay, so first of all we should know that what is respiration. Okay, so respiration is what? Actually it is the biochemical process of breakdown of food and release of energy. So how do the breakdown of food, that is food is present in our body in the form of glucose, in the presence of oxygen, the breakdown of food takes place and carbon dioxide, water and energy is formed in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is called as energy currency of the cell. Okay, this is what it is there. So today we are here discussing this respiration, and this respiration is actually called as cellular respiration. So as you can see that in this process there are two raw material required, that is glucose, or you can say the food which can be there in any form, and the oxygen. So these two raw material are required. Okay, now we are taking up that the back of this process. First of all, that every living organism actually needs energy. Every living organism actually needs this energy, that energy ATP, which is formed by the process of respiration. This energy is used for various vital functions of the body. Various vital functions of the body, that means any of the body process, like if the movement is required, or you can say the digestion of food is there, or you can say the excretion is there, or any other process like reproduction is there. For every life process the energy is required. These are the processes, and for these processes the energy is required, and this energy is formed, or you can say formed in our body by the process of cellular respiration, which is the breakdown of food and release of energy. So now by observing all this we can understand that for release of energy we need two things, that is food and oxygen. So from where do we obtain food and oxygen? Before this chapter, we have already discussed the chapter photosynthesis. So, both the raw material are prepared actually in the process of photosynthesis. That is, in the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll forms the food in the form of glucose C6H12O6, and oxygen is produced as a byproduct. So the product of photosynthesis are the raw material of respiration. That means these two processes are just opposite to each other, that these are the product of photosynthesis, these are used in respiration, and product of respiration, carbon dioxide and water, are used in photosynthesis. So that way these two are totally just antagonistic processes. Now after the photosynthesis the food is prepared, and this food and this oxygen is used by all living organism. Even plants also used the food prepared by them and oxygen produced by them, because the photosynthesis only takes place in the green plants, and it takes place only at daytime. These are the two limitations of photosynthesis, that it takes place in green plants and at daytime. But respiration is a universal process. It is a universal process because in this process the energy is produced and this energy is required by every living organism, so it is called as universal process. That means from very simple form of life, that is from the bacteria or from the viruses, to the very complex organism, and day night process. It is a day and night process. That means from the birth till death, the respiration is compulsory. Okay, it takes place in all living organism. It takes place day and night. It takes place from the birth up to the death. That means the raw material produced by the products produced by the photosynthesis are the raw material for respiration, number 1. Number 2, the photosynthesis takes place in green plants at daytime, but respiration takes place throughout life, and from very simple form of life to the very complex form of life. One thing. Now, the respiration actually you can say that is of two types of respiration, you can say. Not the type, but we discuss the respiration by two ways. Number one way is that how do oxygen is diffused into the body. Okay, in simple organism like amoeba or in lower forms of life, the simple process of diffusion takes place and oxygen get diffused into the body, and even carbon dioxide also diffuse out in the simple form of life like amoeba and all other form. But these are the lower forms of life. So in lower forms of life, the simple process of diffusion is sufficient. But in higher forms of life, if we talk about animals, then there is a breathing apparatus. Breathing apparatus is there. So what is the difference of breathing and respiration? That breathing is actually a physical process of taking in oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. But respiration is a biochemical process of breakdown of food and release of energy. So for breathing, there is a need of breathing apparatus, and for respiration, actually it takes place in the cells only. So maybe it's single cell, then also respiration will take place inside. But breathing is not a compulsory process. Breathing can be replaced by simple process of diffusion. So in lower forms of life, for the gaseous exchange, the diffusion is there, and in higher forms of life, first the breathing takes place, and once the breathing apparatus means what? The oxygen is inhaled through the nose, and then it enters into the trachea. From the trachea, then bronchus are there. From the bronchus, then first the bronchis, and then the bronchus, and then the alveolar sacs are there, and from the alveolar sacs, suppose these are the alveolar sacs, so these alveolar sacs are surrounded by the blood vessel, so that the oxygen which has entered into the alveolar sac will get diffused into the blood, and this blood will get oxygenated. Once the oxygen get diffused into the blood, then this blood get oxygenated. So this way oxygen has entered into the blood. Blood will get oxygenated, and now this oxygen will be carried by the hemoglobin to all other parts of the body. Okay. Suppose the blood will carry the hemoglobin to the cell. So that way now the oxygen has entered into the cell. Oxygen, just a minute. Oxygen has now entered into the cell, and now in this cell the process of respiration will take place. But for respiration, not only the oxygen, the food is also required, so that another process of through the breathing you have taken up oxygen, Now another process which also takes place in our body, that is the nutrition. So nutrition means what? That you take food through your mouth, then this food is digested in the digestive system with the help of the enzymes. The complex food molecule are converted into the simple food molecule, and these simple food molecule like glucose, which is formed by the digestion of the complex carbohydrate. So now this food will also get, this glucose will also get absorbed in your small intestine, in villi, and through the villi it will also enter into the blood. It will also enter into the blood. That means in the blood, from this path the oxygen is coming, and in the blood from this path the food is coming. That means in the blood the oxygen and food, both the material are present, and these material will now reach to the cell, and they are carried actually by the blood only. So this is the raw material of the respiration, that is food and oxygen are carried by the blood to the cell. How have they entered or reached to the cell? This I have explained you. Okay. But this is not the part of this chapter. Actually, this is called as physiology of respiration, and this is called as physiology of digestion. These two chapters will come to you in the next unit. So in this chapter, in this unit, what we are to discuss, we are to discuss this only, that how do the food is digested, and how do the food which has entered into the cell will break down and will release energy. This process of respiration actually we are to discuss in this chapter. Okay. Now rest of the things I am going to discuss you in the next video.